1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Almost took off my own headphones. All right.
Welcome everyone to the podcast. My name is Monique, and I have Walle here, who is also the host of this podcast. On this podcast, we discuss everyday lives with our twist on it, our perspective as being somewhat almost adults in our minds, at least. On today's topic, for today's topic, we're going to be discussing bullying in the workplace. So within a workplace, you have like different types of cultures that are going on within the workplace. A lot of people, when you talk about like like when you go interviewing or when they're looking for a prospective job, they ask like, say, what is the culture of this work environment? At least in my world.
Right.
But has there ever been a time, like say, once you have, gone, you passed the interview and everything, now you're starting the job, has there ever been a time where you've experienced bullying in the workplace? Because for me, bullying, you would think that's something that was stopped after high school, but it's something that goes on throughout your life where people are either being bullied or being the bully.
Didn't they make a whole movie about that too with Tim Allen? Was it Tim Allen? I think it was Tim Allen.
Being bullied or being the bully?
Yeah, he got beat up in front of his son at work. And yeah, it was pretty funny and sad.
At the same time.
Yeah. In my work, it's like pretty much everybody bullies each other, I guess you could say.
So that's the culture of your work environment.
Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't be considered bullying.
I mean, bullying is bullying.
Yeah.
It's just that
if you all gang up on one person, it's probably going to be considered bullying. But everybody gives it to each other. Everybody takes it. It's just the culture in that workplace. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Insulting and stuff that I really wouldn't say on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, because even like, say, I remember a while back we had a conversation about like, say, how like you interact with even like friends and family members. And I was like, wow, that's kind of mean. And you're like, no, but that's how we do. We crack jokes. So that's like the culture of your circle. So
it's pretty much how I grew up.
Yeah.
We just insult each other.
And you take that, you all take that as a form of affection and love. And if it's not given or not taken, then it's like the person doesn't care about you.
Even growing up in the neighborhood, it was a whole thing. Like if we were all hanging out, there was no social media or smartphones. Mm-hmm. We would spend probably countless hours a day or over the years having a contest, chopping on each other, dissing, like a dissing contest. See who gets the most laughs. Yeah, it's a normal thing. There was no worrying about people's feelings.
But were people's feelings hurt?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
They either got over it or they probably got bullied more.
Because their feelings were hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they didn't get over it.
Okay.
They probably got attacked more. That's usually where I would scale back.
Okay.
To be honest. That's I didn't like ganging up on people. That was a little over the... That was beyond my boundaries.
Okay. So you had like a line that you just wouldn't cross because it's like, okay, this is fun and games, but if it crosses over this line, it's no longer really fun and games.
It's no longer fun for me.
Yeah.
As far as the workplace goes, it's a group of guys. I'm the only white guy, so you can imagine I get a lot of jokes about that. Being pasty or. Like if I'm changing clothes, somebody's like, "Yo, man, my eyes are blind, man. I can't see." Pasty ass. What's that bright light? Yeah, stuff like that.
I don't know. Like I can remember a time when I was bullied in the workplace to a point where, when I returned to that place. Because I was forced against my will to return to that place. It was where I really just wanted to punch people. It was where Is that
where you started developing the fantasies
of killing people?
Yeah. The deep dive for another day.
Why does she always want to hurt people?
It's like if she's in charge,
the world would end.
Just think Queen of Hearts.
Yes, yes.
Queen of Hearts.
No, so
Off with his head.
it would be. It would be. Look at me wrong. Sorry for you that day. But no, so it was where, like, I work in healthcare for those of you who don't know. And healthcare is one of what I have found, at least in New York. I can't speak for everywhere else. And maybe I should say the city of New York. It's a very, they say like nurses eat their young. So that's the saying of nurses know that. Like nurses really eat their young. So beware, like, you'll be roughed up, you'll be extremely bullied, where it gets to a point where you didn't know who to trust because someone was always out for you. You have your license on the line, where if something goes wrong with a patient, it could be where you end up losing your livelihood. And it was where I worked on a night shift, and then the day nurses will be very extremely bullying. And then we had like a manager that was extremely bullying, where, for example, I was so sick on the floor where one of the doctors was like, okay, why are you here? You need to go home. And I basically got written up for calling out sick with a doctor's note. Wow. I had a patient that wasn't even my patient yet because we transfer patients from one another. And they had restraints on them that they weren't supposed to. And I almost got my license taken away from me because they were trying to pin that on me.
So in the nursing community, why is it that they eat their young per se? Is it like a fear of they'd be bumped out?
I feel it's because they don't know what they're doing. So it's one of those things where
medicine progresses and they're far behind.
They're not up, and it depends on where you work for too. Because like some places they do encourage you to go back and continue your education, to be up on date of what's going on. And then other places they really don't. And I feel like people are just afraid of like losing their jobs or you coming in and discovering they're not doing something correctly. And then if they're not doing something correctly, now that's their license, their job. So it's almost like always looking for a fallout person.
I see.
Yeah. So, and it would be really bad where, like I said, when I returned back years ago and I saw those same people there, it was where I really started getting PTSD, where it was like, I cannot be here if I'm here. Like I would see them walking and I'm like, oh, I want this place to burn down because this person does not deserve to live. Kind of thing.
Mass execution.
But that's how I kind of...
Sorry, patients, but these nurses got to go.
They're not healthy for you either. No, but that was like my introduction to bullying in the workplace, where it was like, you didn't know who to trust. And it's like you couldn't just go to work just to go to work and do what you were being paid to do. It was like every day you were on a battlefield wondering, like, say, what's going to be trying to pin on me. A lot of yelling, screaming, name calling, belittling. And you would think because it's a healthcare profession that people would be empathetic, caring, and none of that.
Well, you think of nurses, and that's some of the...
You would think the qualities of a nurse.
They have empathy for others, and
Mm-hmm.
they want to care for others.
Mm-hmm. No, not at all.
It's all about career.
Or yes, and saving themselves.
And saving themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's.
I had no idea.
It's horrible, because even like Abs could tell you stories because she lasted longer than I did, but it's like we're like, okay, we'll never return back to place. Where even where I am currently, she's even surprised that I returned there, because she's like, wow, you really decided to go back to that hellhole.
But you're in a position where you don't really have to deal with that.
No, and I think that's why I don't like people. That that reinforced my not liking people.
Because it showed you, like, all right, well, it's a lot better when I don't have to deal with people.
Yeah, without people. Because like I said, with me, it was never the patients, because you understand that, yeah, they may curse at you, they may throw bodily fluids at you,
I could never be a nurse.
But they're sick. They're sick.
They're going to catch a flying elbow drop.
No.
If they throw defecation at
You could
me,
never work in psych.
Like, oh, really? Well, watch this. Oh, yeah. Trademark Randy Savage.
But Wait, I lost my train of thought. Oh, no, where
Like,
I
you
work now.
understand patience.
Yeah, no, I like patients, because they're sick or whatever. But the people that are working there are different. Because even like say during the whole pandemic thing, it was the workers that we had problems with that security had to take care of, and not the actual patients.
I tell you, I would probably go next level on these coworkers. Not physical,
No, like
because
probably
I don't
cussing
want to
them
lose my
out or
job.
whatever. No, but then
But I'm telling you, like, as soon as they're not looking, there's going to be some eye drops in their coffee.
no, but
Oh yeah.
but I think that's why it's like like that was my coping, was not working with patients, because then patients meant I had to work with people, like other coworkers, versus now it's like I'm independent in the sense of I have my assignments and then I train the staff and then I go home.
Wow. That's ideal for you. That's
No,
awesome.
yeah,
I had no idea though about that.
yeah.
I always thought it was like a friendly community
Oh
and
no,
teamwork.
no.
And
I mean, it could be
let's take care
other.
of these patients
No,
and go
no,
home
no,
healthy.
no, no.
Wow.
And like I said, it could be different other places, but my experience
Your
working in a
particular
city,
hospital that you worked
working
in.
in a city is
Okay.
it's a bullying environment that most people who go to that main site do end up just leaving.
NYC is a bully environment. Well, it used to be anyway. Manhattan's a little more,
Civilized.
I don't want to say civilized. I'd say hipsterish. And I guess certain parts of Brooklyn now. Even the South Bronx now. Oof.
Oh, really? I haven't been to the
There's a
South Bronx
couple
in a
areas.
while.
It's fully getting developed. Horrible. Anyway, they're nice, but like, yeah, I feel like NYC was a whole bully environment. You had to be tough.
You have to be tough. Like,
You had to
don't
be
get me
tough,
wrong.
yeah.
Like, you have to be.
Or you're gonna get walked all over,
Yeah.
no matter what aspect of life.
No, it's
Even taking
true.
the subway.
No, it's true. You have to be tough. You have to be I want to say aggressive.
Well, you don't have. Yeah, aggressive is probably not the right word.
But yeah, because I feel like aggressive is
Assertive?
okay. Yeah, that's better. That's a better choice of word.
Yeah.
Yeah, in order to survive or get through anything or even get
Not
anything.
get walked all over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I love the guys that try to sell you CDs and they're like, yo, where you from? Where you from? No matter where you say you're from, they'll be like, oh yeah, I got a cousin over there. Blah blah blah.
I have a whole bunch of family.
Yeah, they're very assertive, and if you allow it, they're just gonna walk all over you. You're gonna end up handing them money for music you're never gonna listen to. Let's
Yeah,
face it.
yeah.
Who listens to CDs anymore anyway?
I think most things don't have this. You can't even have a
Yeah,
CD
they're still
player.
trying to sell them. They'll be like, oh, but if you could give me $10, no. No, sir. I don't even have a CD player.
Yeah, because even when I got my laptop, it's like you have to ask for the CD player.
Right.
Yeah.
No, sir. You can keep your CD, and if your music's good, I'll hear it on the radio one day. You know, they'll be dropping bombs to it. Starting over the song 17 times. Just get to the song. No.
No, but I feel like there is a thin line between bullying, where now it becomes like something that shapes a person in a negative way, and bullying almost like joking. Like there's a thin line between it, I think.
Joking. Scapegoat.
Yeah. Oh, the word joking isn't a scapegoat.
It is for, if somebody's being mean, and then they see they're being mean and people call them out on it. Oh, I was just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're all laughing.
But do you think it comes on, like, say, when you see someone fall, people just automatically laugh, depending on like how they fell? Like, say if someone is walking on out in the snow or whatever, and they fall, most people will laugh.
I would say probably most people would laugh, depending on how bad it is, I guess.
Yeah, as long as the person it's got up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's comical.
Yeah.
Even if they're a little hurt, like if they, sprained a wrist or, bruised their knee or something, still, it's a little comical. But if they're clearly hurt and can't get up and you're standing
Still,
there laughing
yeah.
at them,
Then that's like a line that you're crossing.
yeah, that's a little
Yeah.
rough. I wouldn't do that. Oh, also, my first instinct is to see if they need help getting up.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth. And if I see they're all right, I will laugh. I'll crack jokes.
But what do you think,
First day on your new feet.
why do you think that bullying has become a part of some cultures?
I don't know.
Is it like stress? Is it like needing to be? Yeah. So it's wrapped up in a lot of insecurity, needing to feel better than others.
Yeah, you probably felt like in your home life put down, feeling like a lesser person. You know, in a sense, bullied maybe by your siblings or parents.
Yeah. So it's like something that goes within it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I feel like at least with me, like
Maybe
I feel.
a call for attention sometimes.
Yeah, hurt people want to hurt others.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But I feel like, especially if, like, say, for example, I feel like if bullying is within the environment, like this is a work environment, this is what they do. But it's not where like someone feels threatened or whatever. Everyone genuinely is just taking it as a joke. You can tell when now the person is crossing over a line.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it's almost like, it's how people are using to express themselves. But now when it's now actual bullying, that's when it's like a no-no.
In a healthy environment, it would be a no-no.
Yeah, but not in a unhealthy, right?
Right.
Because sometimes you have people that try to defend it. Like, say, like you said, like, if you are the one that's being bullied and you find that offensive, now it's like you're too soft.
And other people will probably be like, just, stand up for yourself, hit back as hard as you get hit. But sometimes it's just not a possibility. Especially like in the case you were saying. You could lose your job.
I could lose my license.
Especially if they were, I don't know if there's like ranks, like if they were superiors. Yeah. You can't really go after your superiors. You lose your job.
Lose your job and your livelihood, yeah.
So there's no hitting back as hard as you get hit. You either have to, find a new job in a less toxic environment or sit there and take it for years
and die.
Years and years.
Because like I know like one of the reasons why I left when I did was that a lot of new nurses were ending up in the ER with palpitations because of the stress and the bullying that was going on in the environment. And it was like where one day as I was waiting for the bus to go to work, I started getting palpitations myself. And I was like, I can't do this.
Now, do the superiors allow this type of environment?
They're the ones
they're
the ones that are doing the bullying.
But I mean, like the heads of the hospital, like
they're the ones that are doing the
chiefs
bullying.
And staff.
I believe, in my opinion, they're the ones doing the bullying also.
So they okay it, and it goes down in a chain effect. Right?
I think so, because like you are your. It start everything like people don't want
to. It starts at them, and then each person brings it down.
And a notch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really feel like it starts with them because I remember when I was overseeing a big team, it's like you as the above the team or handling the team or overseeing the team, you kind of set the tone for your team.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So like, for example, if someone is falling out of line or not treating others as well as you feel that people should be treated or not matching the culture of your team, you have to handle it.
Right.
So to me, it's like if you have your managers, your directors, and you're just going up the ladder and they all have that aggressive bullying mentality, it has to come from the top. Because otherwise you who don't like that wouldn't tolerate that.
Or you're somebody that somehow got at the top and you're easy to walk all over.
Yeah, it could be that too.
It's a rare case.
Because usually, like, to get to the top, you gotta be a little bit like, yeah.
In certain industries, I think, to get to the top, you either have to be a big kiss ass or a shark.
Yeah, because I feel like
or a combination.
No, you have to be in order to get there and stay there. Because like I said, whenever I think of like the top, it's like I said, I work in healthcare still. But when I was working for corporate America, where we still work with healthcare, I felt like, when you see those shows about the White House and everything and how ruthless and the White House is, how to stay at the top, how to climb positions, I honestly felt like I was working in politics, where everything was about, like, say, who liked you in order for you to move up, what you can do, finagling, smooching. It was all there, and this was healthcare.
There's politics in a lot of different types of industries. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And different types of politics, right? But
Yeah,
it's there.
it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not all like this or that. I think the game of it, like the finagling and the sneakiness and the plotting.
And it's horrible.
I'm glad I'm not in that kind of industry.
No, also within your industry, you don't have the plotting.
Not like that, because nobody's really trying to get on top.
No?
Most of us have our own specialties, I guess you could say.
Also, it's like if you're not there, no one else can do it.
They could find a replacement, I'm sure. I'm not the only person that knows how to do what I do. But, in that company, they're comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with them. Nobody's trying to, take over what I do. It's just, we all have our assignments. And that's it.
I wish work was like that. It would be so awesome.
We still attack each other, insult each other.
But that's your culture.
Yeah.
And you all don't take offense to
That's
that
for
culture.
laughs.
No, like you all don't take offense to it.
No,
no
none
one
of
is
us get
hurt,
offended.
feeling hurt or whatever.
No.
Yeah, so that's the culture that has been accepted by you all.
A couple of the guys are a little sensitive if you criticize their work a little bit, but
But I think that's more ego.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get real sensitive about it. I find you do it, but so, easy, buddy, easy. I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Could be a little straighter.
No, but it's like, I don't know, like growing up, you always hear, especially I think more now than ever, you hear more about bullying. Because, like when you were a kid, not everyone, but everyone in their life has probably either been bullied or was the bully.
Oh, I definitely was.
You were the bully person?
No, I got bullied.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
When I went to Florida as a kid for 3.5 years. Yeah, they didn't like New Yorkers. I guess. New kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found them incredibly strange, but they outnumbered us, and they found us incredibly strange.
Because you weren't a part of the culture.
Right. We weren't from there. So, yeah, and it was definitely a ganging up on. There was no, you hit back as hard as you get hit.
Yeah, yeah.
No, there was none of that. You got jumped. But I fought back. I did fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you would think that it would end.
Nah.
It would end.
It was just like it was more than just let's pick on him. He seems soft. It was more of we don't like them. Yeah. And that's what it was.
So do you think, like, say, within the work environment, that's what it is? Like, the bullying is, we just don't like you, so we're going to harass you until you probably leave?
It might be that for some people, but I think more it's about not letting somebody get you fired or pass you and become your boss. Like, they want to be the ones.
Everybody wants, that's what I notice in the working environment, is like everyone wants to be someone's boss.
Right.
Yeah. When they can't even take care of their own selves.
They don't want somebody coming in and say, all right, so this girl came here. She's a really good nurse. She's going to make us look bad. She's going to do things right. And they're going to notice our
shortcomings.
Yeah. And she's going to take over and pass us. And then they didn't want that.
Yeah, it could be that. But it's just wrong, though, because it's like I said, once again, you would think in that environment, that's not what you're concerned with.
You think your concern would be the patients?
Yeah, like, let's make it through the night.
Let's take care of these patients, have each other's back.
No, it's like, it would be interesting if someone made a reality series on the floor, where they take a nursing floor and make a reality series out of it. It would be very interesting.
But, people will be fake if they see the cameras.
Of course, yeah, true. They're probably trying to be
So it'd
nice.
have to be like a hidden
A
camera.
skit, like that show you liked that you listened to their podcast. It wasn't the doctors.
No.
Scrubs.
Scrubs?
Yeah, it would probably have to be something like Scrubs, where it's not a reality show, but it's like a show based on
Well,
reality.
Scrubs was a dramedy.
Yeah,
Like a sitcom
probably something like
dramedy,
that
but
would be good. See
that
the
was
real.
acting. They weren't being real.
No, like take actors or whatever to kind of portray what it really is like to be on the floor.
Right.
Because even like say it's like on her handling. Like I remember when I left that place, I went to another place where I was doing visiting nursing, taking care of the patients inside their homes. And I was the only nurse going there, like giving medications, all kind of stuff. And there was this male nurse that he actually wanted my position. So he told my boss that when he covered for me, when he went into home, there was no medications. But I had a nice boss. See, this is where niceness comes in, where she was like, no, but that doesn't seem like something that, Monique would do. So she went in the homes with me and saw that he was making false claims.
Wow.
And he was actually the one that was like I will tell her, like, no, but this is not the person's normal blood pressure. I don't think he took their vitals. I don't think he did. But it was almost like he wanted my position. So it was like, okay, no, you are being negligent. So you need to fire her.
Tried to set you up.
And give it to me. But I had a very good boss where she was like, no, this is not, does not sound like my worker. I'm going to go and make these visits with her to see what's actually going on.
Were there consequences?
I think they just didn't hire him to cover, because he only came whenever I was on vacation or anything.
Right.
So they stopped utilizing him.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, but the funny
But he's
thing.
not the only one out there.
No, but the funny thing is that many years later, he applied for a position on my team.
Ooh, that's funny. Should have put him through the ringer.
Never made it.
Well, of course.
No, I just thought.
Make it. I'm just saying, you should have put him through the
Like,
ringer.
oh hi, you
Made
remember
him
me?
jump through hoops. Just be like, well, we're just not going to accept you. Sorry.
Him go through all
Thanks for
the
applying.
whole process.
Yeah. Thanks for applying.
But I
Worth
think
the shot, buddy.
But I think that people don't realize, like, what you do. You're trying to set up someone, but you don't know how the tables may turn. That they may be the one in a position that is now your life position.
People should think about that when
But I don't think they do, because I think they think they're always going to be on top.
It's like you go to a restaurant, you might treat a waiter or a busboy like dirt.
Mm-hmm.
That waiter or busboy is probably an actor, and 10 years from now, you're going to see him in a movie, and you're going to be like, wow, I treated that guy like dirt.
But
Now,
people
if you
don't think
meet
like
him
that.
and he's famous, well, be happy he won't remember you, I guess.
Yeah, because you have seen
There's
so
no way
many
he's gonna
people.
remember you, yeah.
Unless you were really
Really bad.
you left a really bad impression on them.
Yeah.
But I don't think people think that way. Like, say, when they're bullying or trying to make your life miserable or trying to do something bad to you, I don't think they think that far ahead.
You shouldn't. I mean, if you're a genuinely nice person, you don't even have to think that far ahead. You're just going to
Yeah, but I feel like
you're just going to do.
No, but I feel like you have to think about it in the sense of, you know what? I don't know when I may need this person's help.
Right.
I think you kind of have to think about that to keep yourself in check.
And some people might need that. I don't know. I'm naive.
No,
I'm just cool with everybody.
No, because
until they give me a reason not to be.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah. It's just I treat everybody nice.
Because how I feel is like I honestly believe, like, when people are mean, their first intention is not really to hurt you, because I don't think I would like to think people don't just go around wanting to hurt people. You may say something out of context or whatever, not realizing that what you said might have offended me or caused me some type of misfortune. But I don't think that you go out. But if you keep doing it, then I know that
it's repetitive.
I know that you are an evil person.
Well, evil's a strong word.
They're evil, Warren.
I mean, you could be a rotten person and not be evil. Just a rotten person that nobody wants to be around.
Evilness.
There's those too. Rotten people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Quite a few.
So what's the difference in your mind between rotten and evil?
Well, evil people are out there with the intent of wanting to
Harm.
hurt, destroy. Rotten people, just unfriendly and miserable to be around.
So they're hurt people hurting others, not realizing what they're doing.
Maybe they even realize it, but they're not trying to hurt anybody.
Like it's like they not that they can't help it. It's just that they're so hurt or they're so in their hurt that they're hurting others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hurting themselves. Too. Yeah, absolutely.
Where evil person is more like
You could be the friendliest mofo out there, smiles, shaking hands, everybody loves you. You're pure evil.
I think those are the evil people.
Ted Bundy.
I feel those are the evil because you
People
can't be
loved
nice
him.
all
He
the
was
time.
he was a socialite. Not a socialite so much, but like
Yeah.
people were thinking he was going to run for office one day. Like he was friendly. I don't understand when they say he was handsome, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, I don't know.
Whatever.
You know, I have
Like,
I have
apparently
different tastes than
Women
everyone.
liked him. I don't know.
I have a different taste than everyone else, but I think so. Like those who I feel those are the people that they need to keep up a facade. Like someone can be genuinely nice, you know, that people like them and stuff like that, but by you interacting with them, you see different sides of them. So you see their funny side, you see when they're sad, you see this multiple sides of them, but if someone just showing you just one side and it's always perfect, they're hiding something.
Probably.
More than likely.
More than likely.
Yeah. It's like they're putting on a mask.
Yeah. Probably. If they're just always trying to be perfect and friendly and smiley and I don't know. I have no way to describe it. It's just
No, it's just an
that's
extreme.
a whole different topic.
Yeah, it's
outside
an
of bullying.
extreme.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
extreme.
going. No, but that has to do with it too because I feel like they said like for example you're bullying to get the upper hand over people, you're probably a very hurt person inside. Don't know how to deal with these emotions or whatever that you're feeling.
And you were probably bullied yourself at home or in school. And you learned to be that person.
And that's sad. That's very sad.
I think people that were bullied they usually have I would say three main outcomes.
What are they?
You become a bully yourself.
That's one.
When it becomes your turn. You become like a shell of a person. Like walk on eggshells.
Oh,
Don't
that's
wanna
the
upset
worst.
anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, and no matter where you are in life, you're gonna find somebody that's gonna bully you. Relationship, friendships, if you want to call them that.
Yeah.
Workplace.
Like you're tolerating it because you feel like, okay, something is wrong with you. You are the one that's upsetting everyone else. Why?
It got beat into you that this is normal.
Yeah.
And then there's the third way where I like to think I fell into, where I became like anti-bully.
Okay,
So
so
if
it
I
goes
was
to
witnessing it, I'd
extreme.
say something. Like, yeah, I'm totally anti-bully.
Yeah. Okay, so those are the three.
I think those are like the three
The main ones.
where you fall if you get bullied. And I think a lot of bullies were bullied, mostly at home.
Like, yeah, that's what I feel too. Especially like when because if you think about it, you're not thinking like when you think about younger children, you're probably like, okay, well, their parents or their siblings or whatever were the bullies. But when you think of adults, most adults still live with parents or they live with other adults. You don't have many people that actually live alone. So it's like they could be bullied at home as an adult, and then they just come and put their frustration in everyone else.
And like you said, it starts somewhere. Like at the workplace, it could start at the top. It could start with the chief. He's bullying the next person down. I don't know the rankings.
There's different rankings.
But yeah, like
It just makes its way
in the
down the
corporate
ladder.
World, like in the business world, it could be like the CEOs bullying the people on the board, and then they bully whoever they're in charge of in the different departments and the heads of those different departments are bullying their staff.
Mm-hmm. Just go down the
And
ladder.
staff is bullying their assistants and the interns.
And then if they have no one else for them to report, they're
And
bullying
then they
each
go
other.
home and bully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a horrible cycle.
absolutely.
But I think what I would say, like if you're in a work culture that does have a lot of bullying, I feel like it's kind of hard, especially if like you said, it's coming from the other top. So it's like you have no one to go to. If HR is also, tolerating the behavior, it's hard to get that situation settled. That like hopefully you don't feel trapped in a sense of hopefully there's someone that you can talk to kind of help you navigate through it if there's no way that you can escape it, in a sense of like how I did, where I literally got up and left.
That's probably the best option. So what's HR going to do if it starts at the top?
Yeah, it's just
They're going to go to the top, and the top's going to make fun of them. They're gonna be
You're
like,
like-
nobody likes you, Toby.
no, they fire HR and replace them with somebody else.
Replace them with a lapdog. Do as you're told.
But is this, hopefully, is this something I'm hoping that with everyone now talking about mental health and, getting help or seeking help for certain things, hopefully people are able to, if they're not allowed to, or they're just not in a situation to escape that environment. Whether it's like it's hard for them to find somewhere else to go, because like I looked at me where I actually took a very big pay cut because from doing that, but I could because I lived at home at the time. So it's not like, okay, I need the money, but it wasn't going to hurt me. I still had a roof over my
You
head.
had a roof over your head.
Versus someone that have a family or whatever to take care of, or they're totally out there on their own and they just can't afford to go anywhere.
Shameful.
It is. So I guess the question we'll leave you all with is, have you ever been bullied in the workplace? And if you have, what did you do to deal with that bullying that was occurring?
And are you the bully? And if so, why? Why?
What's driving you?
Who hurt you? Therapy. Seek it.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining this episode. Please make sure to check us out on all of our other social medias and come back and watch some more episodes on adulting. All right. Bye, everyone.